All around the world, festivals serve as a way to strengthen social bonds between people, and India is no different. Many festivals of India are rooted in religion and have become prominent worldwide. And so today we will be talking about three of the many major and important Indian festivals. And the first festival is Holi. Holi, which was previously called Holika, is an extremely popular Hindu festival, also called the Festival of Love, the Festival of Colors, and the Festival of Spring. It celebrates the triumph of good over evil and is deeply rooted in Hindu mythology. Holi is traditionally celebrated on the last full moon day of the Hindu lunisolar calendar year, which is around March or April of most years, and this year it was from March 28th to 29th. Holi is a time where celebrants believe in the virtue of truthfulness and honesty in order to fight evil and mend relationships and rid oneself of past conflicts. Because it is also celebrated before the harvest season, it brings people into a great and joyous, happy mood. Holi removes any social boundaries between the rich and the poor, which leads to a strong sense of community. Days before Holi, people gather up wood into massive piles, and on the eve of Holi, people set up a statue of the evil god Holika and burn it on the wood as a symbol of the victory of good over evil. The following day comes the main festivities where people drench each other in colored water and powder, and they enjoy certain sweets and foods particular to Holi and which adds to the overall joyous atmosphere. Each color has its own certain meaning. Red symbolizes matrimony, fertility, and love. Yellow symbolizes knowledge, happiness, and peace. Blue symbolizes the color of the face of the Hindu god Krishna. Green symbolizes new beginnings and a good harvest. Saffron symbolizes piety and strength. The celebration is ended off in the evening as people go and greet their friends and relatives and share and enjoy treats together. Now, due to globalization and the travels of people from India worldwide, Holi is now celebrated in more countries, although it's not given as much importance or credit as in India and Nepal. Overall, it is a time of joy and happiness, and anyone is welcome to participate.
Onam is the most popular and most important festival celebrated in the state of Kerala. According to legend, Onam is celebrated to welcome back King Mahubali, whose spirit is said to come back at around this time. It is celebrated with the great boat race, making flower carpets out of real flowers, and wearing clothes that are traditionally in cream or white, and having lunch.
Guys, so for Asian Heritage Month, I just want to talk about Indian Independence Day and the history behind it. So, originally, before India was colonized, it was ruled by a bunch of small kingdoms ruling over their own ethnicities and their people. And then eventually, the British came in and colonized India along with Bangladesh and Pakistan. And they were part of the empire of the British up until we had resentment from the people of India, and there was movements for independence, and the population became relentless and fought until they had independence. The British did not give up their land. They wanted to still rule India. And we see people like Mahatma Gandhi, Nehru, all wanted to fight for independence. There became a blockade with a challenge with Muhammad Jinnah believing that Hindus and Muslims would not be able to cooperate with each other, and it would just result in total chaos. So he proposed that Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh be separate from each other, with each country having their own majority religion, with India being Hindu and Pakistan and Bangladesh being Muslim. We see that independence was about to occur sometime in the 1930s, except for the fact that World War II was about to begin, and India joined British forces to fight back against the Japanese. And eventually, after World War II ended, we see that India was granted the right to self govern. And finally, the Indian people had their own country and their own ability to govern themselves. It was truly a beautiful day on August 15th, 1947. Other than a simple overview, there is a more significant meaning to the Independence Day movement. We must remember the colonial atrocities that were committed under British rule against the Indian people in order to free themselves. There were brave, valorant fights that were committed in order to free the motherland and give it back to the Indian people. These were all squashed, and many massacres were committed against the Indians. But this is a reminder and the importance of Asian Heritage Month to remember these moments, to remember these atrocities that were committed, and to look forward and to look at any other Native group that is being persecuted, that is being threatened by foreign groups in order to rule themselves. We must stand with them, just like Asian Heritage Month is a reminder of all those atrocities that were committed. That is the importance of this month, and that is the significance of the Indian Independence Day movement.